Today is Monday, and this entire week I'm going to be taking you guys along with me as I put outfits together inspired by my Pinterest board. My Pinterest board has honestly changed just within the last year. I have a lot more romantic, ultra feminine pieces lately just to mix with my earthy style. I feel like I've always been into texture, but lately I'm really more into texture, less into color, less into patterns, more into just mixing different textures. Let's get started. Today is Monday. I'm going to be running some errands. I might also do some light thrifting. I won't take you guys along with me in this video, but I might take you guys along with me in another video. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so now so you don't miss any thrift with me's and other videos that I have coming out on this channel. Let's get started. So looking at my Pinterest board currently, it is a mix of so many things. I have lots of leather, I have lots of wool items, I have lots of ultra feminine, really frilly items. I also have some things that aren't even clothes on here. And I also have some items that I actually bought recently that I wanted to put in my inspo. I love doing that just because I can see what I have. I do have a lot of harnesses because I did buy a harness recently. So I'm actually really excited to have that be something that I style. I don't know if I'm doing it today or not. I think I want to stick with some of these really flowy pieces. I wish I had overalls. I would love to do an overall and a flowy blouse, but I don't have overalls. That might be something I'll be looking for at the thrift store. I just feel like they're hard to find because I really need a kid size overall. Adult sizes just never fit me correctly. Looking through what I have, honestly, I really don't have that much, which is intentional. I will also say that today and tomorrow it is not raining, but then the rest of the week it is pretty much raining. So I kind of want to wear my white pieces today and tomorrow because the rest of the week I'm going to be in darker clothing since it's going to be raining. So I kind of want to get that in now. Oh, also, I just recently got this skirt. I got this skirt off of Depop. It's super mini, but it's white, it's frilly, so I think I'm definitely going to do this on the base. This is super short, so I have to put my little bloomers underneath. So now that I have the skirt chose, I think I want to do this. I don't usually like doing white on white, but I'm kind of curious how this top is going to sit on that skirt. And they also have a very similar eyelet look to them. So I'm kind of hoping that this works out. But I don't know how a flowy top is going to fit with a flowy bottom. Ooh, also another really good option is this shell pink top. I really love the color and everything, but I have been having some trouble styling it. I also have this universal threads top that I thrift flipped into a Doe and Inspire top. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and link it above. But I'm also thinking of wearing this with the white skirt. I know either of these would probably be good options. I think it's going to depend on the silhouette. So I'm going to try these on and figure out what I want to do for the base, and then we can start accessorizing. So I have the pink top on, and the skirt's really frilly. I know you guys can't see it too much, but it's just not what I want. I'm looking at my mirror over here, but it's just not what I want. I think it's too many frills. I think that's the issue. So this is what I have ended up with. I do think the white frilly Doe and Inspire top does look really good with this skirt, but it's just visually not what I was going for in my head. So I think this is a really good little compromise. I have frilliness at the bottom. I could tuck this in and then do a belt. All right, I have the finished outfit on. Let's start with accessories. I've got a nice little ring stack going on. I've got my pearl heart earrings, and then I went ahead and added this bow necklace. This is more of a statement piece, but I just kind of felt like the outfit needed it, or maybe I just wanted to wear it. And then I've got my little flower disc necklace on top. Moving on, I've got my little tank top. And then I have a belt, my leather belt. I ended up belting this. And then I have my frilly white skirt that I just thrifted off of Depop. And I have my bloomers underneath that. And then I've got this really cute leather equestrian looking bag. And then also my little brown prairie boots I'm wearing for this outfit. This outfit came out really good. I'm actually really surprised with how good it turned out. I wasn't really sure where I was going today. I think I have a little bit of a better idea going into tomorrow what I'm going to wear, but for today, this is the finished outfit. Let me know what you guys think below, and I'm gonna go run some errands. Good morning, today's Tuesday. I didn't end up getting any of the things that I needed to get done yesterday. I just ended up thrifting the whole day. So today I need to go to recycling, and I have some packages that I need to return. I think there was one other thing that I needed to do, but I can't remember it right now. So I will be leaving the house, so I need an outfit. I do have a better idea, I feel like, today of what I want to wear versus yesterday. Today, it is not going to be raining. I know I said yesterday that these were the 2 days it wasn't going to be raining, so I wanted to prioritize my white items, but I don't want to do that. I have an idea in my head. I don't know what it's going to look like, so I have to put it on, but let me show you the pieces. So there's a lot of leather all over my Pinterest board, and that is what was really sticking out to me yesterday, but I really wanted to wear the new white skirt that I got, so that's why I was like really focused on that piece. Today I'm focused on my leather pieces. So this is the leather piece that I kind of have just had in my head that I really want to wear. I got this at the Renaissance Festival this year, and the reason that I got it was because I was like, oh yeah, I could definitely wear this outside of the Renaissance Festival. It's just like a nice kind of casual harness. So I want to style this today. This is the main thing that I want and need to work because she was an expensive piece. I could go either way. I feel like I could do the green top, and I feel like that would be a nice contrast. Or I could do the cream. The cream is kind of what I was thinking, but now that I'm seeing this green, this could be something too. I don't know. So this is the skirt that I want to pair it with. It's in a really nice rich brown, so it matches the harness really well. So it's really going to be up to the top to kind of add a little something different. And I do feel like the green would be nice, but I do feel like the cream might be a better contrast and more of what I'm going for. So let me try on the base and then we can start accessorizing from there. I want to do this brass cuff. I feel like this goes really well. Obviously, I don't want this to look costumey. I want this to look like wearable art, if that makes sense. For necklaces, I'm going to be boring. I'm just going to do my little disc necklace with the flowers on it. Pretty much all of my earrings are just gold at this point. Honestly, any of these would go. I also have my hoops. I don't know if hoops is what I'm going for. I don't think the hoops is what I'm going for. So I'm going to put one in each ear and then you guys can help me decide. I've got this one that's got the celestial, and then I have this one that's the butterfly. The reason why this is so hard is that they both go, so it's just kind of like, what do you want to lean into? More celestial or more kind of like fairy-esque, and I never want to choose between those two. Actually, looking at this, I think I do want the butterfly. I feel like the gold does kind of like tie in but it ties in a little too well so that there's nothing visually interesting. So I feel like the little fairy earrings kind of give it something visually interesting. It's got a very slight green color, which I feel like really just kind of stands out a little bit more, and it also goes with the cream. It's like a light green kind of cream color, so it kind of ties in the top a little bit, which we don't really have any elements doing that, so I think I'm going to go with the butterfly earrings. There's so many ways I could go with this, and honestly, I have a very small color palette, so everything I have pretty much goes with everything. So it always gets hard when it comes to picking out like bags and accessories because they all go with everything that I have, which is a great place to be, but also a little difficult. So a few ways I could go with this. I could go with my favorite bag. Thrifted this. This is real leather. Thrifted it for $6. The brand is Canoe. It kind of gives a little bit of like an equestrian kind of vibe. And also I feel like I would be riding a horse in this outfit. Anyways, I think this looks really good. Since I have little pops of green like in my jewelry, I could do a green bag, and then it also gives it a nice contrast with the outfit. Oh. Here's the green bag. Here's the tan bag. This bag kind of just blends in, but the green kind of pops. So I'm gonna go with the green. I think this is the final outfit. I'm gonna wear the same boots that I wore yesterday, the prairie boots, and this is the completed look. I think so far, this is my favorite outfit. I feel like this is going to continue to be my favorite outfit for this week. I'm just glad that I really got to style this. This is so good. Don't be surprised if I end up wearing this outfit again this week. I am definitely a really big outfit repeater. Now that my outfit's all picked out, I am gonna go run some errands. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we pick out our next outfit. We are back, and we actually lost a day. So Wednesday, I woke up, I had a headache, so I just decided to stay home and get some work done. So today we're back at it. It is Thursday, and we're gonna go ahead and get started styling this next outfit. I almost forgot to tell you guys about yesterday's outfit. It was a hit. I can't remember the last time I got so many compliments on an outfit. The first store I walked into, I had someone come up to me and they were like, "Oh, you look really cute today." And I was like, "Thanks." And then another girl stopped. She was just like kind of staring at me in the aisle, and I like turned and she was like, "I really like your outfit." And I was like, "Thank you." And then throughout that whole day, I just had people coming up to me telling me how much they liked my outfit. I do definitely want more outfits like that in the future. I don't know if today's outfit's gonna be like that because I'm a little low on energy. I still have a headache, but let's see what we can create. So for this next outfit, I'm going to, again, look at the Pinterest board, see where I can draw inspiration from. So there is this one outfit. It's kind of got like a flowy blouse, and then it's got like a tiny jean skirt. But the thing that I like from this are the tan accents. So she's got like a tan bag, a tan belt, tan shoes. And I do have a few tan items. I really love this color. I've been really into this tan color, but I haven't really been using my tan items and styling them. So I think that's what I want to do today. So we're going to focus on the tan accents and try to pull together an outfit for that. It is going to be raining off and on today, so I am going to have my raincoat styled with this as well. I have these boots that are exactly the same as the other brown prairie boots that you guys have seen for the last 2 days, but they're just in this tan color. And I love this color, but I have not worn these as much and styled them as much as I want to. So we are definitely going to be using these as the shoes. In terms of other things that I have in this color, I have this belt in this color, and let me just really quickly, I'm not a huge fan of these brass studs. I love brass, but I'm not a huge fan of the studs. I feel like it's making it a little bit harder to style outfits with these because this is not necessarily in my style. So looking at this outfit, she has it paired with a denim skirt and then a cream blouse. Visually, this looks really good for her, but I'm not a light wash person, so I'm going to use my dark wash items, obviously. We're not necessarily copying exactly her formula, but we're just taking inspiration from it. So that's where I'm going to go with that. So let's look at my jean bottoms. So I do have this little pleated skirt. I do have some shorts, and then I also have some brown denim shorts. I'm not gonna lie, as the days go on, this gets harder and harder. Usually I like to just repeat outfits, but I kind of wanted to push myself to try new things and try the inspo stuff. So I'm kind of just a little lost with this outfit, if I'm being honest. Honestly, I'm getting a headache at this point, so I am going to go ahead and just put these 2 items on, and then we can style it from there. This is what I've decided. Now I have my base on. I've got the chocolate brown top with this little chocolate skirt, and I'm going to add the tan belt as an accessory, and then we can move on to jewelry. Got the belt on. I love the color combo, how it pops against, so I do have an idea for jewelry. So I'm going to keep this wrist pretty neutral with what I have, and then for this wrist, I'm going to do this bracelet stack. It's got a bunch of different colors. Some of them are pretty gold that kind of remind me of like the tan colors, and I feel like against this belt, you can just see kind of how that all mixes really well. So I'm going to do a bracelet stack on this wrist. I'm trying to avoid wearing my simple gold disc necklace again just because I have so many other pieces. So I'm going to wear this really cute cat necklace. It's simple, it's brass, so it goes really well with the accents in this belt. For earrings, I'm thinking either this gold hoop or these cute little circle studs. I think I'm going to go with the circle studs. So I have my raincoat on, and it does have those kind of like tan colors like in the cuff and on the inside of the jacket, so it ties in really nicely with this belt. It's actually one of the reasons why I really started getting into more tan items, because I felt like it would look really good with my raincoat. Now I'm going to move on to bags. I've got quite a few brown bags, so any of these bags would do. I think this is the slicker one out of the 2, so we're gonna go with this one. I'm not going to bother with rings today because I actually lost one of my rings on Tuesday. Now I'm going to add the shoes and the outfit will be complete. And this is the completed look. I do really like this look. I don't know if it's going to be a smashing hit like the last outfit was, but I do love the combination of the dark brown and the tan. The outfit doesn't look anything like the Pinterest photo, but that's okay because we're using it as inspiration and not as an exact copy. I would like to create something a little bit closer to that picture, maybe sometime in the future, but for now, I feel like this is just more of what I'm into. Also, if you guys want to comment down below, what's your favorite outfit formula? What's the thing that you go back to time and time again? I'm super curious. I'm gonna go run some errands now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little off. I stayed up until like 2 a.m. sewing a dress, and I'm probably gonna end up doing it again today. But I need to go get some fabric, and I also need to run to the farmer's market to grab my sourdough bread. So we're going to put together a really simple, casual outfit. Also, I got some socks, and they look really good paired with my boots. They kind of just have like a subtle little touch to an outfit. So I do want to do something that styles these. So I'm looking for a white item either on the top or the bottom, and then we can go from there. I'm actually going to do the doe and top. Because it has sleeves, I don't know, it just feels very casual to me. Anything with sleeves feels very casual to me. So I'm going to do this on the top. And you know what? I haven't done any shorts. I think I've done all skirt outfits, so let's do some shorts. And then I do have some brown denim jeans. I think I'm going to go with the brown denim jeans just because they both have buttons, so there's buttons on the bottom and buttons on the top, and sometimes that can look a little weird. So I'm gonna do white top, brown bottom. Super happy with this outfit so far. This has been a really easy outfit. Maybe I'm just easy to please today, I don't know. But I'm going to do these gold heart pearl earrings. My mom actually made these for me. Necklace options, I could do my gold bow, or I could just do my little disc necklace. I think for this outfit, this might be a little too much. So I think I'm just going to go with my simple gold disc. I think this is it on jewelry. I don't think you'd be able to see a belt with this outfit because the frills come down. So I'm just not even going to bother with it. I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the socks and shoes because I feel like that's going to really pull this outfit together just a little bit more. Or I should say give it more details. I feel like it already looks good as is, but I want to give it more details. I'm not too crazy about the bag with this outfit, but I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I mainly picked this bag because the leather up here matches the leather in the shoes, and it also kind of matches this kind of brown color in my shorts. So this is the finished look. I do think it's a very cute, casual, romantic outfit. I will say the shorts are a little bit more structured than I'd like them to be. I think maybe this outfit would work just a little bit better if I had some looser shorts, like some linen shorts or something like that. This is Friday's outfit. I do have plans on Saturday, so I will be back with you guys. Sunday might be a lazy day where I just take it easy, but if I do end up going anywhere, then I will definitely show you guys that outfit as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Today is the last day for outfits of the week. It is currently Sunday. Saturday, I ended up staying inside and just sewing. Sunday, today, we're actually going on a date, so we're going to style one of my dresses. I think this is the one I'm going to go with just because I haven't styled it yet, and I just recently got it, and I think it would be a really cute date dress. I did thrift this off of Poshmark, and then I did some modifications on it. I changed out the buttons, and then there was this kind of ribbon on the front of it, but I just felt like the colors weren't really well suited for this item or my skin tone, so I went ahead and took them off as well. So this is a bit of a modified version, but it's just a 100% cotton dress. I feel like this is a really casual dress, so I'm curious to see if I can dress it up for a date. So I'm going to pop this on, and then we're going to start accessorizing. So this is the dress on. I feel like it could be better. It comes with these ties, and I think you're supposed to tie it in the front like this, but I just feel like it looks kind of frumpy. But a great way to kind of just frame your body with a dress is to take the ties, even them out, and then use it by just like tying it in the back. So instead of tying it in the front, just take it from the front loops and go back and tie it in the back, and it just snatches your waist in. And I think I could do something with that, but for some reason I'm just not feeling it. Maybe I'm just not feeling a belt today. So we're just going to skip the belt and move on to jewelry and rely on that to dress this up. I do have this really pretty necklace, and it's got roses on it and pearls. So I do think this is pretty, and I like the pearls in this because this is kind of pearlescent. The more I look at this, the more I'm wondering if I should switch out the buttons again. For something date-like, I think obviously the cute little heart earrings with the pearls, I feel like that's super cute, and it also kind of draws in that color with the buttons. I do also have a matching bracelet that matches the choker, but I don't know, I feel like that could be boring. No, I think I like that better. I'm gonna do the pearlescent bracelet instead of this. The greens don't match on this, but I think I'm okay with that. Actually, I think I have a better option. I'm not gonna do this one, I have a better option. All right, I'm back with the bag that I think is probably the best choice. It's small, it's cute, it's very simple, and again, it plays with the buttons, the color of the buttons, so it just kind of helps it tie it in, makes it more of a cohesive look. I feel like this is definitely the best option. Moving on to shoes. I am somebody who wears primarily barefoot shoes. If you guys don't know what that is, it basically just means shoes that have a flexible sole and also a very flat sole so that you use the muscles of your feet versus relying on soles of a shoe to get you around, and it strengthens your feet, etc. You guys can look all into it. But I do still have a few pairs of heels that I keep around for dates and special occasions or whenever I just feel like I want to wear heels. But the majority of the time I am in my barefoot shoes, but I love having options. So I think these are going to be the shoes I'm going to use. They are kind of like a nude on me. They look really brown right now, but once they're on my feet, they look kind of like a nude. It also has this really pretty detailing, and it reminds me of like flowers or leaves. I thrifted these a while back, but they're a really good, sturdy pair of shoes. And I feel like it goes really well with the colors. It's a very muted color, and I feel like the dress is muted. I was going to do white to kind of play around with like the buttons again and that color, but I feel like it's not white, it's a cream, so I feel like those would stand out a little too much. So I feel like these are perfect because it's muted, and then the bag kind of stands out a little bit more, the jewelry stands out a little bit more, and it plays with the buttons. And this is the finished look. You guys might be wondering, well, you didn't really look at your Pinterest board for this, but I actually got this dress from my Pinterest board. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with how Pinterest works, but basically they recommend pins for you based on other things that you have pinned, and some of them are links to items. So this was actually a link to a Poshmark link where I got this dress secondhand, and it was actually inspired by my other Pinterest pins. So this came directly from my Pinterest board. And it's a really cute dress. I'm really glad it was recommended to me. I do think Pinterest is a little bit dangerous for that because otherwise I would never have probably found or bought this dress. It wasn't necessarily something I was looking for. I feel like this video has been a very realistic look into what I wear in a week. You guys got a really good blend of casual, experimental, date night. Not that I have dates every week, but this was a little special edition for you guys. But yeah, this is pretty much my thought process every time I get ready. I just go through my clothes. I definitely look at my Pinterest board a lot for inspiration when I'm feeling a little stuck. I love experimenting with new things. Sometimes I really like the outfits. Sometimes I'll get home and I'll be like, wow, I really didn't like that outfit, or I really didn't like that piece of clothing, or I didn't like that combination. But I also feel like it's just part of the journey of personal style. Your personal style evolves. You end up liking certain elements that you never thought you would like. You end up getting rid of certain elements in your wardrobe that you thought you would never get rid of because you were just so in love with it at one point. And yeah, personal style just evolves and it keeps going. I feel like Pinterest is a really great tool to look at it and draw inspiration from, not necessarily to copy from it, but to draw inspiration from it. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a comment down below on what your favorite outfit was, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.